Hello, my name is Cassidy Reed, and I will be discussing how Habitat for Humanity exemplifies servant leadership principles, how these principles have helped the organization achieve success and a positive impact, as well as which principles I recognize as the most valuable. Habitat for Humanity began when Millard Fuller, a self-made millionaire, felt convicted to reevaluate his values and life direction. Along with his wife, he decided to sell all of their possessions and give to those in need. The Fullers were later led to Koinonia Farm in Georgia, where they began a housing ministry that involved homeowner families investing their own labor into building their homes. This approach created a sustainable model that fostered positive relationships and empowerment. Fuller thought beyond himself and the present state of housing he observed, using his entrepreneurial gifts to change the world one house at a time. In doing so, he allowed stakeholders to express their full potential both within the organization and externally. In this way, Fuller exemplified the servant leadership principles of foresight, awareness, and perception by recognizing the needs around him and leveraging his experience in scaling businesses and creative problem solving to benefit others. Fuller understood the importance of having a home and being involved in the process of building it, as people want to feel a part of something and gain more self-respect and appreciation when they get to contribute to a project. Fuller foresaw where his life was headed and became aware that if he didn't make a change, he would witness the destruction of relationships around him until they were unrepairable. Fuller's awakening caused him to become aware of the value of relationships over money and enabled him to act in accordance with his beliefs. He also set the tone for their organization through the sacrifice of his riches and belongings, which demonstrated his seriousness and tangibly displayed the selfless nature of his servant leadership. Millard Fuller once said, "I see life as both a gift and a responsibility. My responsibility is to use what God has given me to help his people in need," further illustrating his attitude of servanthood. Servant leaders prioritize the needs of their followers, which is precisely what Habitat for Humanity seeks to accomplish by making homeownership a reality for families in need. Large institutions and nonprofit organizations have the capacity to create meaningful, positive change in the world, and Habitat for Humanity continues to raise the bar in servant leadership, quality of service, and breadth of impact. Volunteers have contributed countless hours of service to benefit millions of individuals by providing adequate housing through a no-profit, no-interest, biblically inspired model of business. This approach has significantly contributed to the organization's success. Habitat for Humanity operates in all 50 U.S. states and approximately 70 countries, developing safe and affordable housing that supports societal health, education, well-being, and economic growth. They have helped more than 62 million people across the globe build their futures through access to decent housing by equipping people to build, repair, and finance their homes and innovate new methods of building and financing. Additionally, Habitat for Humanity's Solid Ground campaign further demonstrated the organization's influence on policies and systems, resulting in more than 12.4 million people gaining increased access to safe and secure land. Additionally, Habitat for Humanity recognizes the growing cost of housing in the United States, with more than 19 million U.S. households paying more than half of their income on a roof over their heads. Habitat for Humanity believes every family should have a chance to own a home, and to accomplish this goal, the organization worked hard on the Cost of Home campaign. While the Cost of Home campaign has concluded, they continue to build on it through advocacy efforts and confront housing challenges by engaging with Congress and urging policymakers to prioritize federal housing investments. There are numerous servant leadership characteristics that provide value in managing an organization. However, the principles I would personally integrate are foresight, listening, and withdrawal. Foresight involves looking beyond the present moment and viewing challenges from a broader perspective in order to understand potential implications of decisions. I understand and appreciate how Habitat for Humanity's founder, Millard Fuller, utilized foresight to perceive housing dilemmas and implemented practical solutions to make a difference. This mentality allows leaders to proactively take precautions and prevent unnecessary difficulties. Listening is another essential element of servant leadership I would incorporate, as it strengthens organizations when leaders humble themselves to hear their followers and recognize that others may hold valuable solutions to complex problems. Finally, withdrawal is a powerful servant leadership practice that Jesus himself modeled in Scripture, such as in Matthew 12:15, Mark 1:35, and Mark 3:7. Withdrawal provides leaders with the opportunity to recenter themselves, draw strength, and remain anchored in their vision, purpose, and original mission for the organization. That concludes my presentation. Here are my references. Thank you for your time.